Hello and welcome to another episode of Amanda's Allotment, where today I am going to be sowing cauliflower seeds and I'm going to give you 5 tips to starting an allotment. Okay, so I'm going to be sowing cauliflower seeds, and this variety is all year round. Now I've already filled my seed tray with some compost, which is very dry, so it will need good watering when I'm done. Let's just get rid of that. And you can hear the chicks in the background. I only have the chicks in here now because Dilly, the mum, she decided it was time to abandon them yesterday. So she has now gone back down to the plot and the chicks are still here. Now that's something that all chickens will do. Anywhere between 4 and 8 weeks, so she did 7.5 weeks, which was really good. Right, so this is what your cauliflower seeds will look like. Most brassica seeds look like this, little balls there. So same as I've done in previous, all I'm going to do is just drop 1 per cell. If you wanted to grow more cauliflowers, then you could do 2 or 3 per cell, but I'm only wanting to do sort of like about between 6 and 8 per sowing, so I don't mind doing them in the extra, using up the extra cells. So I'll pick the strongest of the ones that come up. I think I've got one in there. Can you see? And then I will be successionally sowing these. So I'll do another lot in a month's time probably. I'm picking the wrong bit in mud. Okay, so they're quite small again, so try and zoom you in. You won't be able to see them you won't be able to see them on there, but because they're quite small, you don't need to push them down or bury them in. You just drop them on the top and then sprinkle soil over the top. Give it a pat down to make sure that the seeds are in contact with the soil. And then I shall water that and give it a label, and then wait for them to start popping up through the soil. I'm not going to put these ones in the propagator because I don't think cauliflowers really need to be too warm to germinate. So these ones will go in my porch. There you have it. Okay, so tip number 1 is have a clear plan of what you want to achieve. So when you first take on an allotment, you want to sort of sit down and work out what you want to grow and where you want to put it. If you don't, you're going to get all confused and it's just going to be a nightmare. Tip number 2, pick one area at a time. So depending on how big your allotment is, I mean when I first took mine on, it was a 10 rod, it was a full plot, a 10 rod plot. So you want to just pick one area. Say you're going to start either with the shed end or whichever end you're going to start there and do that. Leave the rest and just do that one area. Then when you finish that, move on to the next area. Otherwise you're going to look at it and it's all going to be too daunting for you. So tip number 3, find out from plot neighbours what was grown the year before, if you can. I mean, when you take on an allotment, it's nice to go and introduce yourself to your plot neighbours anyway, get to know, and they'll usually know. I mean, if it hasn't been, nobody's had it for a few years, then it doesn't really matter. But if there was someone there previous, they'll probably be able to tell you roughly what was grown where. So you will be able to try not to grow the same thing in that area, which will help stop diseases and stuff. So tip number 4, only grow what you will eat. So when you become a bit more experienced, then you can start trying new things, but generally I'd say to start off, just grow what you know you're going to eat, because otherwise you're going to end up with a glut of stuff that you might not like and then you don't know what to do with it. So tip number 5 is don't give up, which is, I think, the biggest tip of all. It can be daunting. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to do too much all at the beginning. So you take on an allotment and it's all exciting and you want to get the whole thing done, you know, so you spend hours and hours and hours down there and you burn yourself out and then you give up. A lot of people do, but if you take it slowly, like I said, do one bit at a time. If it does start getting too much, just take a break, but don't give up. Okay, so I hope those tips were handy for you, and let me know if you're thinking of taking on an allotment, or if you do you grow things in your garden at home. I'd be really interested to know. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.